Hello everybody, this is gonna be a quick video where I'm gonna be showing you how to best use flash fill in Excel. Flash fill is a useful tool that will replace the need to enter manual formulas, and it is a very powerful tool that will save you time, and it will automatically fill in cells based on patterns from values that you provide to Excel. So I'm gonna be showing you a couple use cases, and hopefully you're gonna have a pretty good idea of how flash fill works and some of the things that we need to avoid when using flash fill. So like I said, flash fill will fill in cells based on the patterns that it detects from examples that you provide. So let's start here with the first example. We have multiple names on the left column, and we want to separate those into first name, last name, and initials for those. So what we want to do first is enter an example for Excel to detect and run flash fill based on. So here we're going to do Johnny. And here we can do Control E, and that's flash fill for you. Usually we would use a formula here or a function, but with flash fill we don't have to do that. It will automatically detect the pattern based on the example that you provide. So we have James, we have Amber, Barack, Michael, Steve, Bill. Last name, the same thing. Dep. Enter that. Control E, and we have the last names. This will work with both caps and minuscules. So we can do Johnny, Control E, and it will do minuscules. If we want to do all caps here, Johnny, Control E. So this is a very useful tool. It will identify the pattern on the values that you provide, not only from for gathering data from other columns, but also on maintaining the format that you have entered. So this is very useful. We already did last name. We can do initials now. So we have J.D. Control E. There we go. James Franco, Amber Heard, Barack Obama, Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and so forth. Very, very useful. Let's go to another example. We have Johnny Depp, and let's say that you work for a company and you have the names, and you want to create their email address based on their name. So we can do that by providing an example. Many companies use the first name followed by a dot, and then their last name at, I don't know, and then the name of the company at company.com. Once we provide that, we can do Control E, and now these have been filled in based on the pattern that you already provide. So James Franco, Amber Heard, Barack Obama. So everything looks good here. So again, very powerful tool. So with that said, let's show another example here with the dates. We can capture the day from a date. We can capture, honestly, any type of data. We can capture the day, month, year, and so forth. But let me show you here. Let's say that we want to see the day. I can provide the day in the first row. We have day 2, and we can do Control E. But here you're gonna notice that there's something wrong happened. There's a mistake from the flash fill. You can see here the day is 19. Here the day is 25. Here the day is 28. And for those that are not from the US, here in the US they do months first and days later. I'm just pointing that out because I know that in many other countries, I want to say the majority of the other countries, they do days first and months later. But yeah, just FYI. So here we have the days do not really correspond to the days from the date column. And what's going on here? What happened is that we only provided one example. We provided a 2. So flash fill wasn't sure what we were referring to. He didn't know if we were talking about the month or the day or the year. So it just went ahead and did its best guess. So if we want to avoid errors like that, we can provide more examples. So here we have the day, for example, here is 4, and the day here, for example, is 19. So if we provide more examples, FlashFill is going to be able to do a better guess. So now we do Control E, and now we have that it is finally guessing the days correctly. So something to keep in mind, if you think that you might have data that might confuse FlashFill, think on providing several examples so FlashFill can do a better job on filling in the rest of your values. So those are some of the use cases that we had. And lastly, I wanted to show you another use case. Here we have a list of countries with their cities, some of their cities, and of some of the years. So let's say that I wanted to create now a code that will concatenate all of this, but I don't wanna concatenate the entire name of the country, the entire name of the city, the entire year. I just want to make a code that summarizes all of those. Well, I can do something along the lines of US, Austin, and 05. So we're providing the first 2 letters of the country, the first 3 letters of the city, and the last 2 digits of the year. So with that said, now we can apply FlashFill, but it's probably we're gonna have an issue here. So let's do something. Control E. Okay, there we go. So again, FlashFill did its best guess here, but it turns out that it's not really what we want. We only want the 2 digits of each country. It just so happens that US only has 2 digits, so FlashFill is thinking, okay, we're grabbing the entire name of the country, but that's not really what we want. So we can do Control Z, and we can provide another example, and we can do AU for Australia. We can do the first 3 for Sydney, and we can do the last 2 digits of the year. We can enter, Control E, and now FlashFill is guessing correctly. So this is something that you can use to create codes, and now we can have a summary view of the country, city, and year. Now let's say that we want to grab the first 4 characters of this code. We can do that by providing an example, USAU. Now Control E, and we have the guess from FlashFill, which seems to be correct. We want to grab now the last 4 characters. This will be US 05. Control E. It did not guess properly, so we need to provide more examples because this is thinking about Australia and the year, and we're talking about this column. So let's do that again. Control C, US 05. Now we have YD03, right? Because we're trying to do the last 4 characters of this column. Enter, Control E, and now it is guessing properly. So let's just be aware of that. That's something that you need to keep in mind. You can, if you have several rows of data, you might want to provide at least 10 examples so FlashFill can have a very good guess, and it can be very accurate when filling in the rest of the values that you're looking for. So that is FlashFill for you. That was a very quick introduction and some of the uses of FlashFill. I hope that this was useful for you, and if it was, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.